How do you think about fiber?
Good question. I'm not necessarily an expert on that, so I'll give you what I know. Um, the body does not need fiber. Fiber is not an essential component. In fact, a large amount of fiber can be detrimental because number one of the most important aspect of our human health is stomach acid. Stomach acid is necessary for you to break down protein. It's necessary for you to absorb iron. It's necessary for you to absorb minerals like calcium and magnesium. So, taking in a lot of fiber can create a situation in which you can have mineral malabsorption, you can dilute the stomach acid, and you may not be able to process and metabolize the protein as well. And one of the important aspects is that our gut, our stomach, our duodenum, our small intestines are sterile environments. By sterile, I mean they're supposed to be bacteria free. You're not supposed to have any bacteria in your stomach, in your small intestines, in your duodenum, because if there is bacterial overgrowth in these, it creates a leaky gut situation that's called small intestinal bacterial overgrowth and stuff like that. Most people who consume fiber are consuming fiber that is raw. So you're getting it from salads and stuff like that. So you're taking in a lot of bacteria with it. And the stomach acid is assigned with the responsibility of neutralizing these bacteria to create a sterile environment. It's a barrier, it's an ecological barrier. As we get older, we make less and less stomach acid. And so the more fiber you take, especially in forms of salad and stuff like that, the less protein you're going to have, the less minerals you're going to have, the more bacteria you're going to introduce into your small intestines. And I think all of this is not very good for your health. The only place where we can metabolize fiber is in our large intestines. And if you look at proportional volume of our large intestines, we are mostly designed like a carnivore because they're very small. Our large intestines are about 10% the size of our primate ancestors who were eating a lot of plant based food. So, on the basis of that, you can only break down fiber with the bacteria in the small intestines and get the necessary nutrition from there to give nutrition to the lining of the large intestines. I don't know if I said small intestines, but fiber can only be metabolized in the large intestines. So I'm not sure we know what probiotics that we necessarily need to take. I'm not sure we know how much fiber we should take as we get older. My default is that the lower the amount of fiber you take, the better it is. And I've really not found either anecdotally or through clinical practice that constipation is a real problem with a carnivore diet. As long as you're not getting dehydrated, as long as you're eating, as long as you're drinking well, as long as you're taking magnesium. I've not seen constipation to be an important issue. In fact, I think the default I would like to say is the lower the amount of fiber you eat, the safer it is as you get older.
Okay, so it sounds like fiber, not a concern. What about in probiotics you mentioned quickly? Doesn't sound like that's a concern. What about fermented foods? How do you feel about those?
I'm not sure. Fermented foods are probably very good. We have had them for generations and generations, and there may be some substantial value to it. They provide probiotics, and I'm not sure we exactly know what the right probiotics for us are. Mm, So I will say that it's uncertain. I'm not an expert. They need to get information elsewhere. That's fair, because I should not try to push my views in areas that I don't know.
Okay. But I think it's fair to say you don't try and manipulate your microbiome at all. You're eating a low carb diet and letting the cards fall as is.
Correct.
If you enjoyed that clip, press here for the full episode. I'll see you over there.
And people are getting more comfortable in saying that a high LDL cholesterol in the setting of metabolic health is not something that needs to